Hey everybody.
Hey, it's Larry and Melissa from Tri-County Golf Ranch, and we were just talking about change and how
Right.
change is hard, but also injuries in the golf swing. I think golf gets a pretty bad rap for destroying people's bodies, and it's
Right.
actually not the game, it's our bodies aren't ready. I mean,
Right.
think about it, how much we sit at a desk, stare at a computer screen, look down at our phone,
Right.
sit in a car, driving, and then we jump out and we expect
Our body to perform.
on the golf course, and we take like 3 or 4 practice swings and we're like, okay, here we go, and then before we know it, we
Right.
hurt. But I also think there's bad information about how the golf swing works, and
Yeah.
when we've got these misconceptions in our head, it puts more pressure on our body to perform
Right.
kind of in the wrong way, you know. So you've had a ton of injuries.
A bunch.
A ton of injuries.
Through all the sports, through car accidents, through motorcycle accidents, a bunch.
And the biggest thing that we've noticed is your joints are no longer parallel to each other or in alignment.
They're not in alignment. That's exactly
And
right.
so your muscles and tendons and ligaments are strained
Right.
from.
That was our dog
That was
moving the
Moby.
camera. Yeah.
He didn't like the camera placement. But your muscles and tendons and ligaments are all strained because they can't do their normal jobs.
Right.
Because you've moved your joints out of position, and now they have to do jobs that they're. I mean, everyone's had that job where they weren't quite qualified for, or they didn't really care for that much. So they kind of went through the motions.
Right.
But in the end, it really wasn't a good
What a good fit.
fit, right? So we want our muscles and tendons to have a good fit. And that means your joints has to be parallel to each other.
The skeleton has to be in a line.
Yeah, and parallel to the ground. All right? So that way our joints are
On top of one another.
and the skeleton's doing the work that it's supposed to do. I
Right.
mean, it's there to support, but unfortunately we put ourselves in weird positions and the skeleton can't support itself anymore.
That's right.
So the bad information we see, you'll hear people say you got to push off your back foot. And the biggest thing we see is most of our golfers don't really need to push off their back foot. And what happens is it throws their forward hip high,
shoves their left knee forward.
or forward knee forward, and now they've got a curve in their low back
Right.
through impact and after impact that puts a ton of pressure.
Right.
So we try to get our students moving level through impact.
Rotational level. Yeah.
Level, so that their skeleton is still supporting, their hips are still on top of their ankles and their feet and their knees, and their shoulders then are rotating level
Right. Their
through the
core.
shot
Yep.
on top of that as well. So there's very little tension at that point.
Right.
And
If we perform the golf swing the way it's supposed to be, very rotational, your joints should be lined up on top of one another, your skeleton, and it turns like this, very rotational or level, however you want to call it, and then your body's on top of your bones are on top of one another. But what happens, we heard like Brooks Koepka and Tiger Woods blowing their knee out or hurting their knee over and over and over again. Well, what is it, 5 or 6 times, 7 times our body weight's going into our front leg as we start to swing? If the front knee gets outside of your front foot, bows out past the foot, which rolls your foot over, it's going to be strain on your leg. It's going to be strain on your knee. It's all there is to it. And then what happens, the brain knows I'm too far forward and it starts backing up. Now I got a curve in my back spine, my back hip. Now my back hurts. Now my low right back hurts and my front knee hurts because we're not working rotationally enough in a golf swing. We're trying to move too much laterally, and that causes injuries.
absolutely.
A lot.
Absolutely. So you get frustrated because the work we do to try to get you back into posture.
Right.
So our first step is trying to get one specifically Larry back into posture where his joints are parallel to each other and parallel to the ground. And these movements are small.
Yeah.
He feels like he's not doing it, but oh my goodness, you can walk without
Yeah.
a hitch in your giddy up.
Yeah, the exercises that we're doing are so small and I'll call them tedious. They're moving so slow. There's hardly any weight. It's a lot of band, a lot of self-weight, your own weight. And I've noticed huge strides when we do that.
For sure. And we do it before you go hit golf balls. And
Yeah.
sometimes we have to do it after to kind of return everything back
Right.
to the way
Level,
it started
yeah.
or way that it was intended. And then after we get everything lined up, now we can add weight to it. And that's
Right.
where
strength comes into play.
Yeah, but a lot of athletes, you know, they want to lift the heavy weights.
Right.
It's something in their makeup that I got to go hard and I got to go strong, and and if I don't, I'm considered weak.
Right.
You're not weak at all. Not weak at all. But if things are out of place.
It's kind of funny to talk about that. I didn't think I got to practice in unless I'd hit enough balls until my hands would bleed. So I'd practice, and I had the old cord grips, and I would hit balls after ball after ball after ball, and I go, okay, my hands are bleeding. I've done enough work.
Right.
And nowadays, and I'm here to tell you, the guys on tour, they still hit a lot of balls, but they don't used to do it like they used to. And the equipment has made a difference on how you can practice, and the science and the math behind it.
Yeah, less is more.
Right.
Less is more. So we spend more time being creative and thinking about how to move ourselves around the golf course differently instead of just physically forcing ourselves around the golf course.
Right.
So, you have anything else to add? I mean, I'm sure you do. There's probably more in there.
For all you people that have hurt yourself playing golf, which I know you're not going to say you're hurt, but you are, come see us.
Absolutely.
We have the knowledge, which is nice. It's been fun. We've learned a lot.
Well, the other really cool thing is when we have our winter program, and I've been using my students as well, we'll do 4 to 5 little SOAS openers before we ever hit golf balls, and they hit the golf ball so much better in just a few minutes just by adjusting their body.
Right.
And I know they get bored and they're slow and they're little movements and they don't feel like they're doing anything, but oh my goodness, the change in the ball flight is huge.
Yeah.
So thanks. Check us out. Send us an email. Send us a text. Subscribe in the bottom left corner.
Ask
Questions. I'm sure Larry has an answer.
always. The secret vault.
Thanks. Have a great day.
Bye.
Hi, it's Larry and Melissa again. Thanks
Hi,
so
guys.
much for watching our videos. If you have any questions or want to get in touch with us, you can email us. You can call us.
Text
you
us.
can text us. But be sure to subscribe.
Down on the bottom down there.
Thank you.